Well, firstly, I think I'm able to relate to my team very well. I certainly think I can empathize with them and also make them empathize with my concerns about the institution. Uh, I am, how you would call it, pragmatically inclusive. Uh, I could actually be talking to lots of people about lots of things, but taking a decision which, on my own, which I believe would be the right decision. So I believe this attribute of being able to connect well with people has really stood me uh, good in times. Number two, I revel in being cautiously optimistic. You know, I am biased towards taking very calculated, not careless risks, and I also have a definite bias towards action which is future oriented. So I think this always helps me and makes sure that I do not take decisions which are purely impulsive. And finally, I think what really seems to have helped me as CEO is my having had the experience of working in field for almost 25 years. In my parent bank, I was a branch manager of small branches, medium branches, bigger branches, in rural geographies, smaller towns, in bigger towns, metros, corporate finance branches, and in almost all parts of the country. So basically, whenever a guy in the field tells me and calls me up, I can associate with him and feel the way he wants or way he feels. And this helps me in taking decisions which I understand, not only on my part, but also I understand what the man in the field wants. So I think this too has really prepared me for this job. Well, I did study the bank before coming here. The quarterly results had been published in the bank for June quarter, uh, which had shown a very small profit of 22 crores, indicating all is not well. And I knew it was a big bank, but the moment I joined the bank, the enormity of the task, actually, I felt I was slightly unprepared. I found the staff slightly, sort of disconcerted. Uh, I believe actually the results were to be blamed for it. Accumulation of over a couple of years of, I believe, not having the right works. So basically, the loss of 1500 crores which we showed in Q2 left us totally shattered. And the morale of the staff at a pretty low level. And when the morale of the staff is at low level, it's actually very difficult to relate to it. And any recovery, especially in this sort of an institution, is always very slow and agonizing. So basically, this is something which I was not prepared. The extent of damage which had happened, the extent of demoralization of the staff, the extent of the staff not wanting to come to terms with reality, this had left me slightly unprepared. I was not prepared for this type of a. Our biggest challenge, of course, would be lying in sort of restoring the health of the balance sheet. We have had a loss in the Q2, which has been pretty huge by any standards. 1500 crores loss in Q2. Today, my productivity parameters are at the bottom. I have a gross NP of 6.5, which is amongst the highest in public sector banks. I have profit per employee, business per employee, and all those profitability parameters and efficiency parameters are at the lowest. And because of all this, the morale of the staff is at the lowest bit. So I think my all efforts are going to be geared towards restoring the health of the institution, coupled with restoring the morale of the staff. And I believe both the two are intertwined. Uh, Both will happen together. It cannot be that the staff's morale will go high, but the finances will not improve. Or it will not happen that finances continue to be at a lower age and the staff improve. So I think both the things will happen simultaneously. Well, I would I have in my life always followed, the three principles. My decisions are always based on these principles of fairness, transparency, and kindness. Uh, in the same order. Fairness under all circumstances, transparency most of the times, and kindness so long as it doesn't come in the way of official exigencies. If you take your decisions based on these three principles, you're likely to not be let down. It's not easy actually. Being fair is not easy. It could make you unpopular. It could sort of not help you in the immediate short run. But believe me, in the longer tenures, it would always pay off. So I believe, as far as I am concerned, having followed these principles of fairness, transparency, and kindness, they have proved to be good as far as decisions are concerned. So that's how I prepared myself, and this is what I would advise you all to also do it and follow it.